Well, guys, today's an exciting day. We made it to the shop, and look at that. That is ours now. Actually, we paid for this car just a couple days ago, and it is getting delivered to the house today. So, yeah, it's stock height. Um, there's also no motor in the front, so it looks a little higher than usual. Alrighty, before we get started, we have to run back over to the house. I've got to get the other Evo out of the garage. We're driving the Skyline right now, obviously. I am on the right-hand side of the car here. But, yeah, we got to run over there, and then we can take out the Evo, get that thing all squared away, move everything out on the side of the street, and then we should be able to get the other Evo into the garage, get it on jack stands, and give him his wheels back, because currently don't have wheels on the car. So, well, I mean, the spacers and all that jazz did not fit them onto the Evo, so we'll have to figure that out. We have to get new wheels, basically, but that is fine. We are a-okay for now. Let's just get on over there and get everything set up. Well, we've made it to the house. I think this is about where we want to put it so that we have enough space in the front end to work on motor and all that good stuff, and then still enough space in the rear, and of course all the space on the sides so that we can actually get this thing around. But go ahead and start this thing up. I think it has weird idle issues still, but that might be because we fixed a lot of things and then the tune is a little off. So Wally needs to come back and help me with that. Let's go ahead. Yeah, starts at 2K and goes up to 3K, then comes back down to 1200 or some shit. So wacky. So the battle is half won here already. We've got the Evo out, we've got the Skyline on the driveway, so now we just wait for this other Evo to show up, and since it's so light, hopefully without the motor in it, we should be able to just huck it up this. It's pretty steep, man. I don't know. It might not work out too well, but we're going to try our best, get it in a good spot to leave it at least, and then we can jack it up, take off the wheels, give them back to Ruben. I think Zahn will still have plenty of room on his side of the garage to work on all of his bikes and all that good stuff. And then we can start throwing things in like these seats and cleaning up everything that we need to clean up on it before we start working on the motor. But yeah, look at how grass our green is. It's looking real nice. Well, it looks like the caravan has arrived. I think that's Daniel. And there's the Evo right there. Getting delivered today. Wow, there's the other Evo. Damn, bro, we got Evos stacked on top of Skylines. We out here, bro. But yeah, look at that thing. So I'm gonna try. Oh, look, the exhaust is here on it too, and everything. That's crazy. Come on, bro. Just break them off. Oh, dude, too easy. So first things first, we took out all the stuff inside, like the big box of things there, and pretty much everything else in here. I'm gonna start putting together the interior first, because that's the easiest part. I'm gonna go ahead and remove these rears as well, and put in our brand new leathers, whole set, fronts as well, and then we can get rid of all of this trash and stuff real quick first before we do all that, so that we can have a nice clean shell to start with. Now that I've got the entire interior all vacuumed out, it looks super nice and clean now. We're going to go ahead and grab the front seats out over there, and then also the rear seats. The rear leathers are right there, and then we will replace those, and then we will be good to go on the inside. Probably put the center console and all that good stuff back together as well. So I've gotten the back piece in. It's actually looking real good. I didn't realize how nice these seats were. They actually are almost perfect except for like this little scratch on the thing. It is cut a little bit, but not very much, and then it looks like a bullet hole or something. It's obviously not because it doesn't penetrate through, but weird there. But I think the actual seat part itself has a few more dents in it, but I think that's fine, honestly. And then we've got the headrest, seat one there. I'm gonna unwrap the other one, put it up there, and then we'll grab the front seats and put those in as well. It's gonna look so sick, man. I'm so excited. This thing is so clean. Show you guys in here. Look at that. All minty, fresh leather seats back in the car. So that's super nice. Same with the rears here. Yeah, the rears actually not even that bad. I thought they were going to be worse than this. So these are very comfy. We have a motor here. We have transmission T-case, empty engine bay. Here's the head on the motor. Zahn's working on his bike. And we have a shit ton of parts in here, so this is gonna be fun. I've got the bottom end of the block here. I still have to order parts for that, but I do have the top end kind of disassembled here. I have new valves, intake and exhaust side, as well as a new set of GSC S2 cams. So what we're gonna have to do is just I forgot to get valve stem seals, so we have to get those, the caps, and then Ruben is ordering me a new set of springs and retainers right now. So that is on its way. And then we should be ready to go with this. We can get that thing ran over to the shop and remachined. And then I got the front bumper is sitting on top of the car right now. And I also just grabbed the drive shaft there. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is get under the car here with my 12 mil and see if I can't bolt that thing up into the diff. Woohoo! Let's get it. Hey, yo! I suppose if you're gonna make videos, you should probably keep up with them because I think I lost a lot of footage. So what happened in between here is I got rid of the block that came with the car because it was blown, and it would have cost me the same amount to get all the parts and machine it and install my own pistons, rods, all of that, etc. So I ended up picking up a complete short block from Raphael. I actually got the head from him too, so I guess technically it's a long block. I had to put in my own balance shaft delete. I put in a brand new oil pump and a couple other things. So that's all good to go, and now we continue going on. But yeah, so this vlog has been very all over the place, and I'm sorry, and it will continue that way because I have a lot of random footage from the past year of working on this car. I've had this car for 9 months now, so it's almost a year, but we're almost there. We're almost there. These are for the balance shaft delete kit so that they block off all of the holes, so there's not going to be oil leaking into the block there, losing oil pressure. And I've got the other one pressed in on the inside there as well. What's next? We've got the oil case over there, the front case that is going to go on to here next, and then I'm going to put in the oil pickup tube up top here, connect it to the oil pump case, and then yeah, we should be ready for the oil pan. And then, yeah, everything else should just go, and then we should be good to go. So, yeah. Wow. Okay. So I got some bolts from Tacoma Screw. I can finally go ahead and bolt up some of this stuff, like the intake manifold, the exhaust manifold, just small stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and just do it. Although, I'm wondering if I should put in, wait, no, it might be on the exhaust side. Hold on. I have to put on the Mivic line at some point. So it looks like all of these bolts go in here. That's fine. And apparently I can put on the Mivic line without having to have the intake manifold off. So I went ahead and bolted all those down as well. Now, it is good that I have extra nuts and stuff handy. I have like saved so many extra random bolts and nuts throughout the time that I've actually found the perfect bolts for the turbo. They thread in perfectly fine here. No resistance whatsoever, so that's amazing. We're gonna go ahead and slap the turbo on with the gasket on there, and then that'll be mocked up super nice, and then we can figure out what to do from there. Took me a second to find, but I finally found it. This is the right plate, I believe. Let's see, it goes up like this. Oh nope, the opposite direction, like this. To maybe flip it one more time like this. There we go, we finally got it. Yeah, that's perfect. I have threaded 2 of the bolts on. I have to get the last 2 in on the back. That's gonna be the hard part. You guys can't see that, it's like right there. Okay, a little bit of progress. We got the turbo bolted up now. Problem is I don't have the turbo outlet, so I either have to order one or I have to see if anybody has one local. And I'm hoping I won't have to order one. So let me hit up my boy Brandon and see if he has anything, and then hopefully that'll do. I just drove an hour and I almost died for this box. This box that has some foam in it. Look at that foam, nice. But more importantly, Skunk 2 intake manifold. Look at that thing. So we're gonna throw this thing on. So first I have to take off this one. I've loosened the top bolts. Now I just have to get the bottom ones. And then we can transfer everything over to this, which will be nice. I think we can get everything done tonight. So that'll be super duper. And then tomorrow morning, we're actually headed over to see Brandon De La Rosa. We're gonna go ahead and drop off this carbon trunk for him. And he's gonna give us the O2 or the turbo outlet pipe. Okay, so after a little bit of finagling, I managed to move the fuel rail over, so that's all good there. Now we're just going to move over the Omni 4-bar map sensor, and then I think that's it for now. We're going to attach the Skunk 2 Performance throttle body that we have too, so let me go grab that out of the box. Alright, this is bolted on. I started bolting on the throttle body, except for I don't have the right bolts for it, and these washers just go straight through, so they get stuck inside of this. So I'm actually going to go get the proper ones. I have the old bolts from when I pulled it off. I think it's one of these bolts where it has the Allen head. I think they might all be in the other car right now, and I don't know how I installed it, so I think it might just be a nut at the end of it is what happened there. So we're going to go ahead and maybe grab them off the other car, or maybe I'll just go buy some more because these come from Harbor Freight and they are super easy to grab. Alright, so that's the turbo outlet that I got from Brandon. We just got back. I have my safety goggles on. They're very loose because the back is literally not hanging on by anything. So that's wonderful. I have a Dremel here, and we are trying to cut off the stud that apparently got stuck right here. So we're halfway through it. Can't really see it. Oh, it's hot. Don't touch that. So yeah, we're gonna keep going with this thing. This motherfucking thing. Okay, we finally got the stud off. It went somewhere. Oh, it's right here. Look at that. Yeah, and we tried to zip it off afterwards by clamping it on one side and then trying to zip it off with the big boy, the big Goliath, and it didn't even work. So luckily for us, I found some extra nuts that'll work. So we're gonna go ahead and bolt that up. And we also have the brand new gasket right here. So we'll fit that on, bolt that up, and then I have to find some bolts that actually fit in that so we can thread it on. So I have been working on this for the last couple of days. I actually have not recorded anything because it's just been hectic. Everything's all over the place. Finally got the new throwout bearing in, so that's in the trans now. It's kind of been cleaned up a little bit, so it's a little shinier and not as dirty in there. I just got the ACT flywheel, and actually it's a competition flywheel, lightweight, and then a ACT HD. It's a single disc. There's the FP green all mounted up. Here is the AN line going from the turbo return into the oil pan. So yeah, we're looking pretty good. We've got the FP manifold as well. We got one of those. Got it hooked up by a homie, so got that. And all of this is on here now. The intake manifold, Skunk 2 throttle body, and Skunk 2 intake manifold. So yeah, we're getting really close. Right now, I think I'm about to align the trans and the motor. We'll see what happens here. And then I am pretty ready to drop this bitch in. Alrighty, here we go. Lining this stuff up is kind of a pain. I'm gonna try to wiggle it on there, and then I don't know, last step I guess is to put it in. A huge shout out to Thomas. He helped me get this thing aligned, and now it is actually together. I do need to go get new bolts. I don't know if these aren't grade bolts or anything, and this is going to be probably roughly a 500 to 550 wheel horsepower build, so definitely want to get the right bolts, get everything Loctited in. And then we should be ready. Well, I got to move one of my mounts down to here, and then we should be able to lift it up, kind of finish up everything else that we need to get done here, and then lift that thing into the engine bay and see if we can't start plugging things in and just make this thing run, dude. Yeah. We also got lots of projects out here. Making a lot of space actually by clearing up this area of the garage and putting all this stuff together has created like it feels more open. I feel more at ease now. That's how I feel at least. And I did some cleaning around here, but now I have boxes on boxes on boxes back here. A lot of this is like for the dump. Got Evo bumper and stuff. So once we get the exhaust out of here, we can put that on the car. We could probably clean up this box. There's more Evo parts in here, everywhere. And once we figure out everything that we need, we can start getting rid of this stuff like the OEM intake manifold. Some of this stuff is for the Accord as well, but the auto body there. I don't know, man. Got a lot of parts. Gotta start cleaning up and getting this thing on the road. Oh my god, it looks so good. Put that FP manifold on. It's all clean. Alright, just got back home from AutoZone and Tacoma Screw, so we've got some hose clamps now that we can use. Toss them there for now. We've got some, I think I'm going to have to return this because it's not SAE 90, like just straight 90, and I definitely need that for the transfer case, so I can't use these. I'm gonna go have to find that somewhere. But now I have gotten proper grade bolts for the transmission mount right there, and then right there, and then the back mount, the rear mount. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick, get that done, and then we can bolt in the T case after dropping the subframe. This is gonna be a wonderful time. Also, we got a new washer, so that's pretty sick. All right, so we got the D-case in, the drive lines attached. Now we are focusing on the inside of the engine bay here. So I'm like kind of routing some stuff, just seeing what goes where. But so I've been kind of struggling. So down here under the car, I thought that the two rods, the output shaft and input shaft, or however that goes, I thought that they were switched, so I put the long one here and the short one there, and it turns out that's not where it's supposed to go. So I finally got it out, and then installed the proper way, and then I got the axle on the passenger side installed, so that's cool. I am missing axle nuts, but I'm gonna go ahead and tackle the driver's side, and then we're getting really close. There's a lot of stuff I have just never captured on camera, and I will try to get better at that as we go here. I just need to clear space off of the phone, guys, and maybe get back into recording on a DSLR or something like that again. I have successfully put in both of the axles, which was not too bad. Yeah, I kind of just messed around, put the slave cylinder fitting on and a couple other things. So now I'm just waiting to put on the intake side of the intercooler piping. I still need an intercooler, don't have that at the moment. And kind of missing just little things here and there. I think underneath the car is pretty much complete, so now I just need to route all this rest of this wiring under there, and then we need to get some spark plugs, and we should be golden. I mean, fluids, and that's about it. I did kind of just mock up the intake piping here. We gotta still get our, where'd it go? Where's our intercooler? It's over there. So we still gotta get that routed in, and then we can do all of our piping. So one thing I do have to do now is I have the inline filter for the oil feed to the turbo. I just gotta get it routed to the oil filter housing. You guys can't see that very well because it's dark under there, but basically we're gonna feed oil from the oil filter housing there, since it gets oil first and their most pressure is going to be through there. I went ahead and just plugged in a lot of stuff. Got the starter left to do down there, and maybe just a couple little other things. I can't for the life of me figure out what some of these plugs are for, so I'll have to go look that up as well. But yeah, here we are. This is a lot of progress. This box used to be completely full of parts, and that box also, but this is now the parts bin that's like all the additional stuff, extra intake manifold and all the extras, except for the sketch cam. We're definitely putting that in, so we got to figure out how to do that as well. Get the breather, and yeah, I think we put it right here. So that's the STM catch can is going to tee off of this AN and then come back into this AN. I believe that's what I've seen online. Some people run it that way. Let me know down below. I have no idea sometimes. I am also just learning. This is my first motor swap into a car, and it was quite a daunting task, but we're getting there slowly. Industrial Hydraulics has it. The right fitting. Hopefully, I haven't actually tested it. I probably should have tested it before I actually put the thread on. But yeah, we'll do it now, actually. Get onto the car with you guys here. Let's see. Where does this go? This goes on the oil filter housing. Right here. And we can see. Please thread in. Please thread in. Please thread in. Oh. Uh-oh. I don't know if I got the right threads. Uh-oh. This might not work. I don't want to strip it either. Fuck. Okay, so now you guys are kind of up to date with what has been going on. This is actually, the last few clips here have been the last few days. And I am now about to depart for Japan. So if you guys see this before I come back from Japan, this build will not be done until I return. And I think I have literally the last two things that I need. One is the oil filter housing adapter to the FP line to feed the turbo, and the other is all of the fluids, like the T-case fluid, the transmission fluid. They discontinued the Mitsubishi stock T-case and diff fluids, which kind of sucks because now we can't get it. So we are using Redline, and hopefully that holds up. There's a ton of debate on the Evo forums. Oh, don't use anything but OEM. Oh, don't use Royal Purple. Don't use Redline. Don't use this or that. So everybody's giving different opinions, but the last time any forum was actually updated was like 2004 or 2010, and they did not discontinue it by then. So now I'm wondering what people will recommend now that they have discontinued it. It's on back order everywhere, and I don't know when it's coming back. So we're definitely not going to be able to use OEM Mitsu fluid in this, but I think plenty of people run other fluids that it should be safe, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I know it was a longer video. There's a lot going on, and this is an accumulation of a lot of content over the last 9 months. So thank you guys so much for watching, and look forward to us finishing that and hopefully first crank when I come back from Tokyo. Let's get it. Peace.